Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here with Jim Merkel, who's the CEO of Rockbridge and also the founder of Makeready. Now, what's Makeready? Well, it's a small chain of hotels, really boutique hotels in the middle of the country, and we're going to find out all about that and more. And they have a brand new one that we're going to talk to specifically in Columbus, Ohio. And you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Jim, first of all, it's great to meet you here. We're in New York to meet here, but one of these days I'll get out to Columbus and go see your Junto, your newest hotel. But tell us a little bit about Rockbridge and founding Makeready.
Great. Thank you for having me, and it's great to meet you, and we'd love to have you to Columbus.
Yeah, we'll do the next interview in Columbus.
That sounds like a deal. So Makeready, about 15 years ago, Rockbridge is a big investor in hotels, developer, and we saw the opportunity with independent hotels. Okay. And so we wanted to go all in, and so we launched and created Makeready to operate and concept our independent hotels. We have about 12 hotels around the country and growing.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit about what inspired you. What is the Makeready name? What inspired you to go with that name? Obviously, it sounds like we're ready to accept you as a guest or something, so Makeready, right?
Makeready, actually, it came from our hotel in Nashville, the Noel, and we had an artist there that was a printmaker, second, third generation printmaker, and he was walking us through his print shop, and he was showing us his old printing presses, and there were Makereadys. He said, like, these are Makereadys.
And I actually kind of know that from publishing in the old days when we actually had print.
Exactly. And so we just thought that was perfect because they run the paper through until they get the perfect impression, and so it's our job to create a perfect impression. So we're working really hard behind the scenes so that we make a great impression on the guest and have a great experience.
That's great. Now, we'll look forward to it. Now, your latest hotel is the Junto in Columbus, Ohio. When did that open? And tell us a little bit about that project.
Great, thank you. The Junto opens on Memorial Day.
It's not open yet. Okay, okay.
Memorial
Day. Now I have time. I can still get out there.
You can get there. Yeah, exactly. So the Junto is an independent lifestyle hotel in the heart of Columbus, in a growing part of the city, and it's right off the riverfront. And this is an independent lifestyle hotel that it will be the first one in Columbus, Ohio. And I know we're from there, but we've done 400 plus investments around the country, and very few actually in Columbus. But Columbus is just on the precipice and in the middle of an amazing growth story. Right. And so it's growing, and it's time for a really great hotel in Columbus, and that's what we're going to deliver.
And so you're actually going to deliver one of your great hotels in the city where you're headquartered, right?
Which makes it a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, that's excellent. Now, tell us about how do you think the Junto will impact the Columbus hotel market? I take it you probably have a lot of chains here, but here you have an independent with kind of a different kind of feel, right?
That's exactly right. So this will be the first independent lifestyle hotel in Columbus. And so it's going to, I think, help catalyze that type of hotel experience in the city. There are travelers going to Nashville, Austin, Charlotte, all these cities that have these independent hotels, and they want a little bit more thoughtful, tailored experience, and they want to experience and understand what's special about the city. Okay. So we're going to be able to do that in Columbus and deliver that, and I think it's going to elevate the hotel scene and also catalyzed more travel and more inbound travel, not just for practical reasons, but also for leisure. And there's lots of leisure activities and festivals, and the #1 science museums across the street. The National Veterans Memorial, we're right on the riverfront that connects into hundreds of miles of bike paths that go out throughout the city. So it's really a beautiful spot and a beautiful town.
Yeah, it sounds like you're coming in on the renaissance of Columbus here, and my next question was going to be, is this going to be a business or leisure? But you just answered it, that you're also looking for leisure clientele too.
Yeah, we are. That's exactly right, and that's really a big reason why we started Makeready, is that to have a team and and a company and a portfolio of hotels that cater to the leisure guest. It's not just going to the beach or going to a resort. It's that leisure experience that can be in an urban or a city environment. And so that's why we created Makeready, and they do a great job at delivering that experience and really making it special and tailored to the guest,
right.
You know, whatever they might need or be doing in the destination.
Now, tell us a little bit about the experiences at the Junto when you open it. First of all, how many rooms and what are they going to be like, and also the F&B type of thing?
Yeah, that's great. So what we do really simply is try to create a hotel where people want to be and have a lot of different experiences and be really good placemakers. So we'll have a neighborhood tavern called Little West Tavern that will be a high just a high quality food experience, but in a very approachable space. And then we'll have outdoor spaces with fire pits and fireplaces. We have a coffee shop called Maudine's, which is a brand that we created, and we'll have a rooftop bar called.
Everybody has a rooftop bar these days. This is great.
A rooftop bar called Brass Eye, and then one of the popular features that everybody's excited is that we're going to have a poutine window on our back alley for fun and for late night time to get a little poutine after you're out with friends.
After you're going a late night in Columbus.
After you're at the Brass Eye, exactly.
Okay, now that sounds like a great experience. So this is going to be kind of a centerpiece and a lot for food and beverage and everything else, as well as great accommodations. And so how many rooms was it again? I'm sorry.
It's 198 rooms. We have a lot of mix of rooms, but a lot of suites. So we'll have 17% of our hotel will be suites. So we'll be able to really cater to guests, whatever they need in terms of a room.
Now, you have 12 hotels now, and in fact, one of them you just mentioned to me, I was surprised, was one of my favorite hotels, the Eliza Jane in New Orleans, where actually the truth be told, my daughter's brunch for her wedding was at, and we had a wonderful time. It was about five.
Found that out.
I know, with a marvelous time, and I said, I got to stay here. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten a chance to get back, but one of these days I will. So you have the Eliza Jane, but what are some of the other properties that you have?
So we have the Noel in Nashville. We have the Emmeline in Charleston. We have the Ryder in Charleston. We have a third hotel that we're going to develop in Charleston. We have the Halcyon in Denver. We have hotels in Dallas. We have hotels coming in Phoenix. And we have another hotel coming in Columbus.
So now you're committed to Columbus. Yeah, you're going to get back there. Now, we go out to about 112,000 travel advisors. How can they work with you and also work better to book some of these marvelous properties?
Yeah, great. Well, this year we launched our own chain code, so that makes it really easy for travel advisors. It's MY, so can't forget that. And then because we're independent, and we don't have a chain telling us what to do, we can really tailor and build relationships with the travel advisory community and make sure that we take care of them that's tailored to whatever event or trip they're planning.
And is there anything else you want to tell them out there about this? It sounds like there's these incredible boutique hotels, and I can tell you if the Junto is anything like Eliza Jane, it's going to be you have a wonderful F&B product, you have wonderful rooms, and wonderful, very classic kind of feel to it. And I guess you also reflect the feel of the community you're around, I guess.
That's right. And one of the things that we want to do in all our hotels is really connect in with the community and our local partners and make sure that we're the hub of the neighborhood. And so we have a team that does that. We're very inclusive and want people to come in and partner with us in different ways. And one of the things that's cool about the Junto is the whole brand of the Junto is actually, in the name, comes from a club for mutual improvement that Benjamin Franklin started in the 1700s, and we're in Franklin.
You're teaching me a lot of history here that I didn't know.
I know. We're in Franklinton, and it was named after Benjamin Franklin, and so it's a club for mutual improvement, which was our brand, where it brings people from all different parts of society, public and private, to solve society's problems. And so we want this to be a place where people come and are comfortable, no matter how they're traveling or the locals that are come and how they use it, whether to get a coffee, whether to have a meeting, whether to stay or whether to have dinner or have a drink on our rooftop. So it's it's really that brand and that style of brand is really core to what Makeready does as a company in our other properties, and that's really being inclusive, being approachable, and tailoring our experience to the guest and what they need.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds like, and having known Eliza Jane, I can imagine what this property is going to be. And it sounds like almost, I got a reason to go to Columbus now just to see the hotel, if nothing else. But you're telling me Columbus is having a renaissance, is really coming together. I assume that means food and drink and lots of good. Right. You were telling me about some of the museums around there and all kinds of things, right? Yes,
Columbus it's booming. It's the fastest growing city in the Midwest. It's the only city growing in Ohio. And Intel just announced they're putting in their big fabrication, their highest technology, most sophisticated technology which is a big strategic move for the United States, and it's happening in Columbus, bringing the chip manufacturing back to onshore. And so you have other innovative companies that are coming. Amgen just launched a biotech research facility there, and a number of venture capital companies. So it's really becoming a dynamic city. You've got the Ohio State University there, and a big education footprint there of other universities as well. And so, in the state capital is Columbus. So you have a really dynamic city that's really firing on all cylinders. So we're going to try and advance.
I guess you're well positioned.
We're going to try and advance the hospitality scene and the culture and the restaurants, and we see it coming, and we want to be a part of it and be good partners to our competitors as well as our guests and to the city and new companies coming, because a lot of as whether you like it or not, the impression that you leave on a city starts with where you stay and who you see and the experience you have, and so we have a big opportunity to be super welcoming and invite and celebrate Columbus to the new people that are coming.
Absolutely. Well, now it's definitely got to get out to Columbus.
You'll be one of them.
I'll be one of them. We'll talk about it later. But I have been in Columbus once. I just remembered. But where can travel advisors go to learn more about the Junto and your companies?
So the JuntoHotel.com and the MakeReadyExperience.com is where I would send the travel.
Fantastic.
Advisors.
Well, Jim, wonderful to meet you here. Again, the next time we do this, we'll be in Columbus. Although I got to tell you, maybe we'll go down to New Orleans afterwards and hang out at the Eliza Jane afterwards, because I love that hotel.
That's great. Thank you. I'd love to have you.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.